All right, what's up, people? I want to give you another quick update. We're back in the car. I'm kind of liking these little car videos. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's just easy. I'll pull over, make a video, keep going. But what I want to do real quick is I want to build on the video that I posted yesterday. So just a small recap. In yesterday's video, we talked about whether or not it's the time to be selling your Solana, right? And I said, look, if you got in at $8, $10, $12, $18, it doesn't matter, and you're up a couple 100%, taking some small profits off the table is not really a bad idea. You know, you have to consider that this thing may not last forever. This rally may slow down, and you might bite yourself a bit if you didn't take some easy free profits that we're seeing right now. But what I told you is that in the long term, the likelihood of Solana continuing this climb is very likely. I think that Solana will get to a point one day where it's at 200 plus, 300 plus dollars. I don't see a reason as to why it cannot. And so taking a lot of profits right now may in the long term aggravate you just a little bit because you could have seen more gains into the future. Of course, there's nothing guaranteed, but it does seem as if there's a strong chance that if crypto rallies, Solana is going to fly, right? But what I want to do today is I want to talk a little bit about whether or not, like, what if you say, for example, didn't purchase at $8, didn't purchase at $15, $20 like we were? What if you're just finding out about Solana now or coming back to crypto now? What should you do, at least in my opinion, as a random guy on YouTube, right? So in my opinion, right now is not the time to be buying a lot of Solana. I'm just going to be honest. The only exception to that is if you're looking at it as a long-term play where you'll buy that Solana and literally leave it alone, not check the charts, not do anything crazy, just leave it alone for a few years. If you're not willing to do that and you're a short to mid-term player, what I would say is that now is not the time to buy a lot of Solana. What I would be doing personally is I would be slowly dollar cost averaging my way in and leaving cash on the side for when the bigger pullback does happen. As someone who has covered Solana every single week, multiple times a week for the last 2 years straight throughout this whole bear market when most people gave up on Solana, I can even put my pride to the side and say that where we are right now with Solana is strictly FOMO. People saw it at 20, now they're seeing it at 30, now they're seeing it at 40, and they're saying, oh my goodness, I'm missing it, I need to get in, I need to sell my ETH, I need to sell my Matic, I need to sell my XRP or my ADA and buy some Solana because everyone's making money and I'm missing out. And I'm seeing that everywhere. People regretting not buying more, and they're buying and they're buying and buying. But what happens in moments like these, when we do see this FOMO, is that you have to be aware that these euphoria phases do typically get followed by a pretty subsequent crash soon thereafter. Now, I'm not saying an 80% crash, right? Obviously not. But I am saying that it's not uncommon to see 20, 30% pullbacks after rallies like these. And considering the fact that so many people are FOMOing in, they're the ones who are the most likely to fear their way back out if it falls 5%, 10%, and they say, damn, I knew I was too late, or damn, I knew I should have waited for the pullback. I don't know why I bought at the top of this move. Let me sell my Solana, and it starts to cycle over again, in which we start to see the liquidations, the pullbacks that cause more pullbacks, that cause more pullbacks. And so for me personally, knowing that that could happen, when will it happen? I don't know. It could be upwards to $70 before we get that pullback, but knowing that that is what is likely to follow, I don't see a reason as to why I'd be throwing a lot of cash at this thing right now, knowing that there will be a period of better buying opportunities approaching after where we are now, okay? So in my opinion, I would be dollar cost averaging in, but again, I wouldn't be putting a lot in. The reason I'm dollar cost averaging at all is because of what I just said. This shit could go to $60. It could go to $70 before that pullback even happens. And obviously you don't want to not buy at 40 so that you can buy in a pullback at 60. You know what I mean? You want to do some small buying on the way up, but you mostly don't want to be doing your huge purchases until you can get an idea of when that cool down is going to happen, how big that cool down is going to be, because that is then usually followed by continuation to the upside, in which that time horizon for you to see gains is much smaller, right? So that's what I personally would be doing if I didn't purchase any Solana at the lower levels like we did, $10, $12, $15, etc. And if you do want to stay more up to date with what Solana's price is doing, fundamentally doing, its charts are doing, everything, make sure that you hit that notification bell. I know I say it a lot and I talk a lot of shit, but we have been dedicated in covering this thing for years. When everyone else moved on to the next big pony that they wanted to go ride on, we stuck to this thing. We've been talking about it. And so make sure that if you do want to keep getting up to date on Solana, you press that notification bell down below when you do subscribe. But with that in mind, I will see you all tomorrow with our next upload. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.